Hey guys, what's going on? Steven back again. So let's talk about episode 8, and then after I will get into my episode 9 trailer breakdown. So, episode 8, I gotta say, I really enjoyed this episode. I thought this episode was awesome. We just had our first of many more battles to come because, well, the war is far from over. But before all that, we checked in with Floki to see what was going on with him. And of course, everybody there is trying to be positive and work together and try to get that settlement growing. Because everybody who went basically knew it was going to be very difficult. It was going to be a lot of hard work and stuff like that. And, of course, we got that one guy who's basically ruining it for everybody. He's basically pissing everybody off. I think it's only a matter of time before he gets killed. I think probably by episode 10, he's going to be dead. I think he's going to be killed. Especially in episode 8 here, him and Edge, Flatnose, we're basically going at it. I mean, it's only a matter of time before those two lock horns and, one of them dies. Let's see, what else do we have? Sorry for jumping around. Let's see, we also checked in with King Aethelwolf, and of course, he was training and stuff like that. I don't get the whole England stuff. I mean, how do I want to word it? I know what they're doing, but it just kind of seems like they're just putting it in there just to be like, hey, don't forget about us. There's still more to our story, since basically there's really nobody there. I think what, Ivar left like a small army there to defend York, I think. And that was about it. So there's basically nobody over in England right now. So I have a feeling that they're just doing, the King Aethelwolf stuff just as a reminder to be like, don't forget about us. There's still more story to us. But I don't know. That's just kind of what I feel. Let's see. What else do we have? Of course, the big stuff. We had the war and stuff like that. But of course, before that, we had the what do I want to say? The parlay, I guess you can call it, where both sides swapped brothers. Halfdan went over to King Harold to discuss terms, and Vitserk went to, Bjorn and Ube, which is no surprise. And of course, both sides were trying to convince their brother, you should join us, I don't want to have to fight you, which, I mean, was expected. Of course, they were going to try to do that. Hey, blood is thicker than water. Why are you siding with, why is Halfdan siding with Bjorn? I'm your family. I'm your brother. You should be on my side. Which was expected. And, yeah, of course, both sides ended up, going back to where they wanted to, Vitserk went back to Ivar, and Halfdan went back to Bjorn. So, hey, I guess not always blood is thicker than water. Let's see, what else do we have here? Yeah, sorry this is kind of like a recap. More of a recap than a review. I don't know, it's just a discussion. Let's see, and then of course, we were talking terms and stuff like that. Lagertha was making a lot of good points. Why are we doing this war? Why are we fighting over a settlement that we already own? Which, I mean, makes sense. You already, Vikings own Kattegat, and you're fighting over a settlement that you already control. Just seems kind of silly. It also seems silly that, brothers are fighting against each other. Sorry, dry mouth. And just imagine if both armies combined, they could do whatever. I mean, they could invade God knows where. I mean, hell, invade Westeros. That'd be awesome. Because they would have one hell of an army. I think I read on Reddit that the Great Heathen... I can't even speak. That the Great Heathen Army had about 30 to 40,000 Vikings. So I think that was way back when the Great Heathen Army was first formed. I'm sure by now the army is a lot smaller from all the battles and stuff. But hey, either way, that's still a huge army they have. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Lost train of thought here. Um, she was trying to make a lot of good points and stuff like that, and we all thought Ivar was going to maybe back down, which he kind of did, but later on changed his mind, and there was your joke, ha ha ha. Sure, we'll have peace. No, we won't. Let's see. There was also an interesting line that Lagertha said to him. Let's see if I can find it here. Oh, here we go. Win or lose, you lose, she says. If he achieves victory, he will be despised as an illegitimate ruler, a usurper, a brother killer many times over. If he loses, there will be none left to support him. He will have lost because of the gods themselves, and Ragnar, who sits next to them in Valhalla. So, there we go. I mean, trying to make sense, why are we having brothers fight against each other? If you do win, the people of Kattegat, they're going to despise you and stuff like that. Which, I mean, who knows if that really matters to him? He might not care. But, yeah, what else? No peace. And then, of course, we come down to the war, which was pretty badass. We had everybody doing, some badass scenes. Bjorn had some awesome fight moments. Halfdan had some awesome fight moments. Basically everybody had some awesome fight moments. We also had Vitzerk there take a group into the woods, which ended up getting slaughtered. I kind of think that the command to, what is it, the Semi? Semi? Hope I'm saying that right. I think the command to that group that was in the woods to not kill Vitzerk, because it seemed like he, was getting pretty lucky there. I mean, everybody else around him was falling, to the ground, getting killed, except for him. So I think maybe the command was given not to kill him or not to wound him or anything like that. Just try to avoid him at all costs. But then again, I'm sure they didn't know he was going to be going into the woods, but I don't know. We really don't know what their tactics were. We do know Ivar took a third of the army to, go and protect the ships, even though he really didn't leave. Which I wonder what is really going on between those two. We really haven't seen Ivar and King Harold do any type of strategy discussion, as we did in episode 7, where we saw, Bjorn, Lagertha, Ube, who else was there? We basically saw everybody sitting around the table, basically discussing strategy and stuff like that. We didn't see any of that with these two, so I don't know. Some people say Ivar did it on purpose. Ivar just took his men. I don't know. There's so many different, theories and stuff like that. I read a lot of different comments. This was Ivar's plan. If King Harold dies, then Ivar gets the rest of his troops. There's a lot of different theories. But, yeah, he basically stood there, even though they called for help. So who knows what's going to happen between those two. And then, of course, we also had more fighting. Lagertha came up from behind and flanked them, or did a rear charge. And, yeah, more awesome fighting. The bishop did some pretty sweet battle scenes and stuff like that, or fight scenes, I should say, until he got cut down, even though he's still alive. So, yeah. Awesome episode. I can't wait for the next one. Now, there is one more thing I wanted to... Let's see if I can find that article. Here we go. So, apparently TV Guide did an interview with Ivar's actor, and one of the questions they asked him about the bishop was... What was it? Here we go. Ivar recognized a kindred spirit in Haemond. I can never say the names. But now he lost him to Lagatha, Ivar's mortal enemy. How will Ivar react to learning Hagmund is now with the woman he's aiming to kill? To which Ivar, the actor, replied, he's going to be furious. But then again, he's expendable. After all, he's just a Christian. So, very interesting right there. You know, I know a lot of people thought they were going to have some sort of pretty good, I don't know, friendship, relationship type of thing. But it seems like he really didn't care. You know, sure, he admired him for being a badass warrior and stuff like that. And, you know, he kicked a lot of ass. But, you know, he just really didn't care. He's expendable. You know, that's pretty much it. You know, so, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But anyways, I think I rambled on long enough. Let's get to the episode 9 trailer breakdown. A simple story. Let's take a look.
If Ivar wins, Ragnar's dreams are lost.
I think we are equals.
Don't flatter yourself.
You know, as well as I do, that this is not our way.
He's trying to provoke a reaction. He wants us all to fall into violence and chaos.
For the sake of our father, I'm asking you, Ivar. Do not put our people's lives at risk.
The fact is, you're afraid.
Okay, so there's the trailer for episode 9, A Simple Story. So let's go in and break it down. All right, so of course we got King Harold and Ivar here. You know, basically looking at their ships returning home, and then of course we also got. Let me turn this down a little bit. And then of course we got Bjorn talking. You know, if Ivar wins, you know, Ragnar's legacy is, you know, ruined.
I think we are.
So we got you know, the bishop here as a prisoner. Well, I guess prisoner-ish, I guess. And then what's interesting is hearing him saying to Lagatha that we're both equals. I'm not sure what they could mean by that.
Don't flatter yourself.
Then of course she says, "Don't flatter yourself." Yeah, I'm not sure really what to think between you know, the dialogue between those two, saying we're both equals. You know, maybe they're, I don't know, maybe because they're both, you know, he's a bishop, she's a queen, you know, maybe on the same level, but I don't know. But guess we'll have to wait and see on that. But then of course here we go with King Harold. He's talking to Ivar, saying
as well as I do, that this is not our way.
So to me it kind of seems like Ivar is planning some sort of strategy or some sort of attack that is, you know, I guess, I don't know if I want to say frowned upon, but not their way of doing things. I don't know what that could be. Maybe he proposed we should go into Kattegat at night and just slaughter them in their sleep. And, you know, maybe that's, you know, not their way of doing things. You know, maybe that's frowned upon. I don't know. But either way, King Harold doesn't seem happy with whatever Ivar just proposed to him. You know, saying that's not the way of our people. I don't know. That's just what I can guess. That whatever tactic he wants to use is, you know, basically frowned upon by the Vikings.
He's trying to provoke a reaction.
All right, so we got back here with Floki, and of course we got this guy again. You know, Floki saying, you know, he's trying to get us to fall into chaos and stuff like that. And it looks like it's going to happen. You know, here he is with his axe and stuff like that. And, you know, of course we finally got Edge, Flat Nose, you know, who's looks like he's basically had enough, and it's on. It's showtime. You know, these two are definitely going to go at it, as you can see right here. As he just kind of pushed whoever that is right out of the way. You know, he's kind of like, screw this, it's on, here we go. Yep, and he pulled his axe out, so next episode, those two are definitely going to go at it.
For the sake of our father, I'm asking you, Ivar. Do not put our people
So it looks like Bjorn here goes to Ivar, trying to make one more plea with them. You know, let's put an end to this. Let's cut this out. You know, stop putting our people's life at risk. You know, this is kind of like a stupid battle. And, you know, then you got Ivar saying,
People's lives at risk.
The fact is, you're afraid.
now see, he says that he thinks Bjorn's afraid. I don't think he is at all. I think he, you know, just by looking at him, like, let me go back here. You can look at his face and stuff like that. See, right there in his face. To me, it looks like he's just getting more pissed off. You know, I'm sure he has other dreams he wants to follow. I don't know, maybe he wants to go back to the Mediterranean. Maybe he wants to go somewhere else. Maybe he wants to sail, you know, someplace else. You know, who knows? And yet here he is, you know, fighting a war against his brothers, not doing what he wants to do or what he would like to do. You know, instead he's going to be back at home fighting a war against his brothers. So, yeah, I don't think he's afraid. I think he's just getting really fed up, really pissed off. You know, can we put an end to this? You know, I don't want to fight you. I want to be off exploring other lands. You know, but yeah, I don't think he's afraid at all. He doesn't look afraid. He just looks very pissed off. But yeah, that was the end of the trailer. Pretty short little 29-second trailer, so. But anyways, wow, I think I rambled on long enough. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. That'd be awesome. Remember, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description box below. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. What did you guys think of episode 8? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know. And let me know what you guys think of episode 9. You know, do you think Bjorn is afraid, or do you think he's pissed off? What do you think, you know, Ivar proposed to King Harold, that King Harold is basically turning down, saying that is not our ways? You know, let me know. And yeah, just stick around. More videos are on the way, and I will see you guys next time.